Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, I kind of want to go and do something we actually haven't had a chance to go and do in quite some time, because a lot of these restocks have actually been overall pretty solid. But for some odd reason, this Target restock actually was a little bit of a mess. And now I kind of wanted to go and wait a little bit to make this video, because I did want to go reach out to some Target employees that we were talking to and trying to find information for this drop in the first place, and kind of go and see what was kind of up with it as well. And what we've kind of actually come to go and, well, learn is that a lot of these stores had very minimal stock. A lot of the orders basically just never kind of went through. A lot of canceled orders, and as well, some of the locations literally had zero stock. Now, this actually is kind of corresponding to what I actually heard yesterday, and now thankfully I did go and say on my video last night being like, hey, I'm not sure, I'm not getting good information, but if you guys just want to go and wake up, if you guys are big troopers, you guys can. And as well as also saying I always saw other folks as well getting good information. But from after all this type of stuff in this drop, it didn't really seem like that good of a drop, which is surprising, because I feel like we've had a lot of good GameStop drops, a lot of good Walmart drops, and you want, honestly, God, even Best Buy's been pretty good as of recently. So I'm kind of surprised, because Target's always been kind of a really big breadwinner when it comes to restock. So I kind of want to talk about it, kind of want to hear all your thoughts, and as well, I kind of want to give you guys more details too, just on top of that. And as well, a little bit of a quick thing, we actually do have the sponsor, let this video be a little bit partially sponsored over here, for a really quick mention over here for, well, basically, if you guys want to go and get some really cool Windows keys, supercdkey.com actually helped us do a sponsor earlier on, and those types of stuff lets go do really cool things like all of our console giveaways and stuff. So I'm gonna have a bunch of links down below in case you just want to go and get and check it out for basically if you guys are gonna be doing a brand new setup, PC build, and all of that, or if you guys just want to go and update to Windows 11, Windows 10, if you guys are on older OSs, we'll have them all linked down below. We have Office, we have a bunch of cool stuff linked down below in case you want to check them out. And as well, with the usual other links down below, we always do have the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway you guys should all be subscribed for, as well as also the Amazon links, as we're still waiting for the Amazon PS5 restock going on. Twitter and Twitch stream down below if you guys want to follow. Sign up for that Weeble, deposit $100, get a bunch of free stock, free money. Same with that Coinbase, and as well, we also have the Samsung links down below. So let's go down the video itself without further ado. So first and foremost, this is kind of the one thing that kind of tilted me the most, and I'm sure if you guys especially were trying to get your PlayStation 5 digitals, you guys probably felt this a lot when it came to that Target restock. The Target PlayStation 5 digitals were extremely limited, with multiple regions not having stock. Now, once again, when it comes to the PlayStation 5 digitals, we usually expect that. I have said many hundreds of times, if you want to get a console, get the PlayStation 5 disc. They make more of the PlayStation 5 disc editions than they make of all the other consoles. That's just how it is. The restocks are always better, always bigger when it comes to the PS5 disc editions. But we actually had people who were awake and on top of the drop, and thank God I actually had that drop. If you guys saw, I made a video at 6:30 and also a tweet out at 6:30, and I believe the drop basically happened right afterwards. So I was trying my best, so if you guys don't mind on that one too as well. I kind of wanted to give you guys the heads up just in case, so all of you guys with the notifications on, props to you guys. But when it came to the drops, it was very barren. I had a lot of folks out there who basically saw that their stores had like one, had like three, had like two consoles, and even for the digitals, a lot of places were just instantly zero, or instantly out of stock, or instantly just were not there. And that's kind of surprising, but also not, because as you guys know, we've actually had quite a few Target restocks as of recently. It did actually go and seem like a lot of stock was sent to the stores, and then we're basically sitting on it and holding on to it too as well. We had that for our Vegas stock, and they actually were apparently supposed to be getting even more stock too as well. We'll give you guys more updates if anything kind of comes with that in the near future. They may have just also just been extra pickup orders for maybe throughout the week or weekend, and maybe just didn't show up in time before the holidays. As well as also, I do want to remind you guys, I actually have a really good New York contact where their store usually has a lot of stock. I think the last store, I think, was in literally like the double digits easy, and they did not have a single stock. And I was kind of curious, because I told you guys, I was like, I'm surprised, because a lot of folks are saying these areas and these regions are getting stock. All of my good contacts basically had zero stock. And I did say yesterday it could have been a regional restock, and it did kind of seem like it was nationwide, with regional areas getting more specific stock, and some stores obviously getting more stock. So in theory, could have also just been a lot more locations. Could have had maybe say this store had 50 last drop, and then the other store had 10, so it's kind of maybe a vice versa, where some stores had lower and some stores had higher, if that kind of makes sense. But overall, I reached out to that same Target employee, because they're working today too as well, and their store still never received not a single console the entire time, which to me is very surprising, and it just kind of shows to show that this Target drop in all honesty, was kind of a dud. And now as well, there was also a lot of folks, a lot of folks. I may go and show up one of my homies right over here who actually just had a lot of issues. Like, I'm sure you guys, that's kind of a norm when it comes to a restock, but for some odd reason, this one especially was really rough. Now, I'm not sure if this was more so in the fact of it was the holidays and there's just a lot more people kind of anticipating the drop. Maybe a lot more extra bots were running because they were kind of just waiting for it. But we did saw some people trying their best to get their orders. It was all set up. They had the pickup orders over here. Totals were all mostly fine. But the issue is that when people are trying to spam place your order, it wasn't going through. Someone even spent like the 10 minutes just like constantly going like just spam clicking. Got nothing. And that was actually a lot of folks out here too, because I even had friends trying to get their consoles as well. But on top of that, we also did go and see even more folks out there that had their orders canceled, which that does kind of happen a decent amount because Target does, for some odd reason, like to oversell, or it's just a big influx of like literally 20 people at the literal same second, and then the system doesn't know who to manage. But once again, we actually saw Target again go and have their orders where people walked in the store, they drive over there because they're excited to go do that same day pickup and hopefully have a nice console for their kids, family, or themselves for the holidays. And then granted, nothing happens, their order got canceled, and then they basically are just about to go and cry because I'd probably cry in the same point too as well. And this also led to a lot of fact where a lot of consoles were just basically just getting, well, not good. It just really wasn't that good too as well. I don't know. It was just really sad. I was even kind of going through over here. I was looking through Rise tweets too as well. Good old PS5 Restock, etc. on the homies. And like even just going through all the tweets you guys saw. And I saw a lot of my own tweets too as well. But I think this is kind of just a big like flow of everything. Like basically it was a small drop, which I agree. Like the consoles, the arrivals were very small. The amount of stock was very small. The stores, some stores even have stock as well. Like it was like my 20th attempt to get one, but I guess it just wasn't meant to be. Like that makes me so sad. Mixed down over here too. It won't even let me add a cart. I put everything I just didn't get it. Like the heck over here. Thankfully some people to go get their consoles all from Rise community over here too as well. But a lot of these times too, a lot of folks were like, this is not good. So even over here, this is like a important tweet I want to kind of highlight. You think it's only select targets. All targets within a 50-mile radius of me have none in stock. And that was kind of a big thing that I kept on saying and talking about it too as well. A lot of these locations when people were checking, especially for this drop in particular, which it could have just been a really smaller drop, maybe leftover stock. Maybe they were trying to go and stretch the stock a little bit more than they really could. Like, you know how they're just like maybe we have like 1,000 consoles. Let's just try our best to see how we can do it. And it ends up kind of just being like an absolute awful drop because there just wasn't enough stock to go around. In theory, that could have been the flow. In theory, that could have happened. But like I said, just there is so many people being upset. So many places were instantly out of stock. So many locations just had such minimal stock. Some locations didn't even have any stock. Some locations just basically just were just bad. They were just duds. And I kind of don't like that. At the same time, I do like the fact that people had a drop, people had a chance to get their consoles, people had a chance to get everything else situated. I did appreciate that. Like, I do appreciate these retailers still trying. And this is literally the day before Christmas. I'm sure everything is all over the place. I'm sure there's stock everywhere. So I can give Target a little bit of a pass, at least for this drop. But I think the preemptive was really weird. A lot of stores weren't getting stock numbers were low, and there just wasn't that much of a pre-notice. Same with employees to know what's going on. Same with like all the drops themselves. If it was a huge drop, and I almost kind of wish they would have saved the stock they had like last week and then put that stock towards this drop and then basically just had a humongous Christmas Day drop where many folks out there could have got their consoles. I would have loved that. Like it would have been like a Christmas miracle. We could have thousands of folks out there, but instead they kind of split it between two, which I can't judge. If that's what they want to do, what can I say? You know, what can I say? But if you guys did get a console, we did at least see a few folks go get their consoles. We saw a few pictures, a few tweets, a few folks getting them up. Even in this video, I quickly showed some of them. So if you guys were a part of that, major congrats. Enjoy your console. I hope it goes phenomenal. You guys go get it ASAP. But I also want to remind you guys too as well, please be careful. Please don't go and fall for scammers if you guys are having any issues with this stuff. If you guys are sad about your consoles, whatever, there will be a lot more drops in the near future. Don't stress it too much. And always the quick reminder too as well, if you guys did not, we'll probably have another video as well. If you guys go to your GameStop stores, send me a tweet, send me a message, send me all that stuff. But don't forget, there is a GameStop walk-in event for both PlayStation 5s and Xboxes going on literally today. So if for some odd reason you guys really want to try to get your consoles, check the previous videos. We talked about it. They're in a lot of big states and a lot of big locations, and I'm sure there still is stock here. We'll maybe have another update video for you guys later on tonight. Probably maybe throughout this week and weekend too as well for GameStop stock. The last GameStop took like 4 days or so to go get consoles. So if you guys are like a really desperate parent or a really desperate husband or wife, you guys can always go consider that if your local GameStop might have some stock. Or if you guys go and check, send me a tweet, send me a picture, all that good stuff. And as well, guys, don't forget that a lot of Targets still do have a lot of Xbox Series X's in store and in stock. So if you just want to go and check and see if your local locations, feel free to, because, well, I want you guys to get your consoles. I think it's really cool. So as well, also happy early holidays as well. Last and also too, to kind of wind down the video, it was a little bit of a mediocre drop. I just want to remind you guys, there will always be more. And as well, thank you once again, all of you guys, just even so much for watching in the first place. As I've mentioned before, we do have a little bit of a hashtag kind of sponsor for all this too as well, with all those awesome Windows keys all down below, just in case you guys want to go and check it on out and see if you guys want to pick up cool stuff, you guys want to get all this stuff as well. There's a bunch of cool stuff with like Microsoft Windows, Windows Pro, Windows 11 Pro, all genuine keys, Office down below too as well. A little bit links too from supercdk.com. So if you guys want to check that on out, you guys totally can. And as well, thank you guys all so much for watching. We'll see you guys up later on throughout today for more videos and more updates, and happy early holidays. And hopefully the next Target drops we get to go and see hopefully go just a little bit better. Love you guys all so much, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you guys all so much for watching.